you who are on the road must have a code.
Yep, you check your tata's feet.
Stop.
Okay, I'll stop. You check his feet. Okay.
Yes. Tata's foot.
Check tata's butt. Okay. You gotta pump. You gotta push this up. Ready? Put your hands on my hands. Ready? Let's check tata. Okay, put your hands on him. Good job. Okay, let's check tata's back.
Yes. Tata's back.
Right here, huh? Right there, we need to adjust him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Say, breathe, tata.
Please.
Good job.
Oh, they flip. Oh,
Okay, say, tata, flip like a pancake. That's what he said. Flip like a pancake. Say, time for popcorn, tata.
Stop.
Okay, I'll stop. You do it. Say, power's on, tata.
Hold on.
And then say, power's on, tata.
Stop. Fighting. Stop.
Okay. Say, power's on, tata.
Hold on.
Hi, and welcome to another Wellness Wednesday workshop. I'm Dr. Lori, coming to you from Phoenix Family Wellness here in Phoenix, Arizona. The video that you just saw is an example of what goes on here in this office with the kids that come in and get adjusted. That was 2-year-old, we'll just call him Mr. Sir, to keep his identity private for his own personal reasons. But he is actually one of the kids that has been adjusted since actually before he was born. His mother was getting care while she was pregnant with him, and his very first adjustment was at 20 minutes old. And so far he's growing up in the chiropractic lifestyle. He was nursed until after he was 2 years old. He's 2 right now, and as you can tell by that video, he loves getting adjusted and he loves to adjust others. So that's what happens with kids. Today we're going to be talking about kids and chiropractic. I get a lot of questions about, why is it that you focus on kids? Why is it that you did a specialty in kids? What do kids need chiropractic for? They haven't lived long enough to really have the aches and pains and problems. Well, that's the reason why. It's to keep them from getting the aches, the pains, the problems. It really is that preventative care to make sure that the health that they're born with, which is the optimal health, right from the beginning with no interference, continues on throughout their entire life. So we see that the kids that come into this office are healthier, they miss less school, and that's something big, especially coming up to the start of the new school year. We're coming into what I call the stress season. A lot of people call it cold and flu season, but really if you look at it, it really is stress season, and that could be physical, it could be chemical. It's mostly chemical and emotional stressors that are going on, which are lowering our immune systems. How many of you parents realize and notice that, okay, why is it that the kids never get sick over the summer, and then once school starts, okay, they're sick again? Well, it's not because there's other kids and there's other germs, because all of the kids seem to be the other kids that are bringing in those germs. What it really is that there's this change in their schedules, there's a change in their eating patterns, there's a change in their routine. During the summer, in a lot of cases, they're sitting on the couch or whatever, but they're not just sitting all the time. They actually are out playing sometimes in the summer. They're swimming, they're being a little more active. And then when it comes time to school, they're sitting at a desk, they're sitting at computers, they're having to study, looking down a lot to do homework, things like that. Emotional stressors with bullies at school, with just the peers going on, people that they hadn't seen in a while. Now you're in that environment where, depending on the ages, there's a lot of the cliques and just that social stressors for them. So it does lower their immunities. It does cause a lowered sense of confidence in them, which lowers their immune system, which then makes them more susceptible to have those symptoms and show those symptoms, especially when we start coming up to the holiday season, starting with Halloween. Halloween is the sugar fest. Everything's about sugar for Halloween. It's all about the candy that they get, going trick-or-treating. Then right after Halloween, less than a month, you've got Thanksgiving, which is extra special foods and extra special desserts and eating in abundance. And then about a month after that, then you're into Christmas, and then shortly after that, it's Valentine's Day again. So you see that cycle, and that just so happens to be the quote cold and flu season, which really colds and flus don't hibernate and come out just during a certain time of the year. We're surrounded by them all the time. So with the kids, what we see is when they are checked from the very beginning, just like Mr. Sir was from 20 minutes old, and taken care of. His nutrition is good and strong. His mom is raising him in the chiropractic lifestyle, what we teach. He's getting a lot of activity, a lot of playtime, and really just being a kid and being able to grow active and eating the right foods. Not a lot of drive-through, not a lot of fast foods, but nice healthy fruits and vegetables. In fact, he's not a big one that's a big meat eater either. That's just not something that he was introduced to very little. So he likes his fruits. He loves his vegetables, and that's what we like seeing here in the office. But our older kids too, they understand chiropractic. We have 9-year-olds that come in and say, can I get adjusted today? Even though it's an extra visit, it might be a visit that their parents are having that they don't necessarily would need on a regular schedule, but kids seem to know it. They seem to know when their body just seems to be off because they don't have those preconceived notions that we have. They don't have the conditioning that we have. We may have had growing up when something's wrong, we grab a pill, or we grab an ice pack, or we are taking some kind of medicine, some kind of liquid drink to try to make us feel better, as opposed to making sure that our bodies are running better. They get it. They do it. My son actually asked me this past weekend, and it just, again, kind of just blows my mind at how much these kids really understand health and how health works and how our immunities work. He was asking me, we were coming back from a camping trip, and he said, "Do you think the earth is like a body?" And I said, "Earth is like a body? How do you mean, buddy?" And he said, "Well, the earth, like those people that take care of the earth are like our white cells that are trying to keep us healthy, and then the people that are on the earth that are trying to destroy the earth are like the viruses and bacteria trying to destroy our body. Do you think the earth is like the body?" Hello, where did that come from? And it's a great point. It was a great thing. I said, yeah, actually, it's a lot like that. The people who are trying to take care of the earth are like our white cells, who are parts of our immunity, who are trying to keep our body strong and functioning the way that it needs to. And then those destroying the earth are a lot like those viruses and bugs that are in our bodies that are constantly fighting. So he said, so in order for our earth to stay safe like our body, we need more people taking care of it. We need to strengthen those people, just like we strengthen our white cells in our bodies. I said, exactly. So when a lot of people ask, why is it that you do so many things that are natural and so many things that are organic and everything? Well, there you go. That's why. We want to take care of ourselves. We want to take care of our earth. We want to go back to nature and really appreciate that. And the kids get it. It's really important. Their bodies are cleaner as long as we, as parents, are keeping them as clean as possible. Not just outside with soap and water, but also inside. If we're keeping their bodies clean, we make sure that they brush their teeth regularly. Why aren't we doing spinal hygiene as well? We can see if they've got cavities or rotting teeth, but we can't see if their spine is rotting. We can't see what's going on in there unless we get checked out and we get things going. It's just like brushing. It's just like flossing. The kids with braces on right now, are you going to take them off right away after, putting them on for a day? No, it's going to take time for correction. Same thing goes with chiropractic in those cases of traumas. How many times did your child fall when they were trying to walk, when they were learning to walk, or ride a bike? How many sports do they play? How many physical activities? Their pain receptors don't fully develop until they're 16 to 18 years old. So pain isn't a sign for us with children. Function, health, allergies, asthma. We have pictures of kids here in this jungle that come in to get adjusted. And many of those pictures are showing kids that have conditions from ADHD, asthma, bedwetting, Tourette's. And we've seen improvement in all of them through chiropractic, getting those little bodies to work the way that they need to. So if you need a chiropractor for your child or any children that kids with asthma, that's what got me into chiropractic, and they need to get checked out to see if and how chiropractic can really help them, get them off to a good start for the school year, give us a call here at the office, 602-569-7000. If you're not here in the area, if the office is too far, we'll help you find the right chiropractor, the right office for your child or those children that you know. I have no problem doing that. For more information on children and chiropractic, you can visit our website at www.phoenixfamilywellness.com, or you can visit the International Chiropractic Pediatric Association website, www.icpa4kids.org. So again, until next time, continue to eat well, think well, move well, so that you can live well. And we want to make sure that we've got those healthy families for a healthier future. Thanks, and have a great one.
Teach your children well. Their father